Give me the rubber. What's good everyone on YouTube, it's me again, back with another video. And today we are talking about a shoe that a lot of people have made videos of, so it's very unlikely people will find this. But it happens to be one of my favorite shoes to release all year actually, and I wouldn't be surprised if I put this really high up in terms of like a sneaker of the year. I don't know if I'd say sneaker of the year yet, but we'll see. So, for those who don't know, Nike did a collaboration with a Japanese fashion brand, Sacai, and Sacai's sort of brand aesthetic seems to be this kind of like weird fusion of like workwear and like streetwear. So a lot of pieces I saw would literally be like bomber jackets and denim jackets sewn together, which is a very interesting look, don't get me wrong, but prices are a bit up there, and I just don't see it being very wearable that often. At least the ready-to-wear pieces I just don't see really being my thing. But the shoes were quite nice, and we'll get into it. So, without further ado, we are talking about the Sacai, the Nike Blazer Mid Sacai in the Snow Beach colorway. And for those who don't know why it's called the Snow Beach, there you go. And with the intro out of the way, let's get into the box. So we do get a slightly interesting sort of special packaging. So we've got the slide outs kind of like, it would be a black Nike Lab box, but instead it's in orange. We've got Nike written in gloss on the top. And then on the sides, we've actually got some old school Nike branding just cut down the middle. So the one half you see at the end, and then you see the Ike on the other side to make up Nike. And then when we slide out the box, if we can pull the tab open, so unprofessional, we're actually meted with a first layer of paper that has Sacai and Nike written, I think in huge letters. I'm not going to pull it out because I'm sure it's probably going to say that. And then we've got a second layer of just a standard paper. And the shoes were stuffed with these cardboard inserts. And included in the box, we actually get a set of white laces that are nicely wrapped up, and a set of black laces that were just chucked in there. I have a feeling whichever factory worker was throwing in the black laces just kind of gave up. So, closing the box, if we look at the side, it reads Nike Blazer Mid / Sacai. So, the retail price on these. In Australia, the only place you could get these were from Supply Store, and the retail technically was $280, but you also had to pay $30 shipping, so it ended up totaling to $310. I'll put the conversion here. Shout out to my mate David for actually retail assisting me on this, because I struck out like a madman, but he actually won a raffle of all things, so much appreciated. With the box out of the way, let's get into the shoes. And here we are, the Nike Blazer Mid / Sacai in the Snow Beach colorway. So yeah, this whole Snow Beach thing is because of that specific Ralph Lauren polo jacket that, I don't know, Chris Brown wore or something, I don't know. But, going off the main features of this shoe, as you can probably see, it almost has this cell dividing kind of vibe to it, or just this splitting effect. It's kind of like if you had like unfocused vision and suddenly everything started splitting in two. That's maybe how Chitose Abe designed this. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce her name. But going on the side, we've got two Nike swooshes. We've actually got two sort of overlays where the laces would be. And actually the first overlay is based off a Nike Dunk, which is why you can see this sort of bent shape in the middle. And then like underneath is the usual blazer sort of lace holes. And then along the tongue, we actually have two tongues again. And we've got Nike on one and Nike Sacai written on the other. And just to quickly point out, the second tongue is significantly thinner than the first one, so it doesn't add too much bulk on this shoe. And as you probably noticed, we've got this bright yellow sort of main upper, and it's done in this sort of, it's an alright leather. But on the toe box, we've actually got this white leather that is very soft. Kind of wish the entire shoe was made of this leather, but can't ask for everything. And then on the back, we've got Nike Sacai written as well. And the way they've been doing the branding is kind of interesting. It's like they just overlap each other. And moving to the most crazy part of this shoe, we've actually got this crazy looking sort of midsole overlays. So it's kind of like the factory worker got really excited and just kept throwing overlay on overlay. In fact, on the heel, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 separate layers on the heel. And to just demonstrate how thick it is, I'll show the B-roll. It actually protrudes really far out from the main outsole of the shoe. So it actually also adds quite a bit to the weight, but I'll get to that later. And then we've got more overlays on the midfoot, as well as one overlay on the toe that sort of overlaps. And then moving to the bottom, we've got this gum herringbone traction outsole. And with the cushioning, there really isn't much there. It's just like the rubber, and you're probably just getting most of the cushioning from the insole itself. And last thing to touch on when it comes to the doubling, we actually come stock laced with 2 sets of laces, and they're actually shoved through the same lace holes. So we've got a white pair of laces and a navy blue pair of laces going through the entire shoe. So, in terms of sizing, because my friend won a size 9, I've had to go a half size down. And I will say this, if you have a narrow foot, half size down would actually work pretty well for you. Blazers tend to fit really kind of like long and narrow. For me, I've got slightly wider feet, I would say. And the width is a bit uncomfortable, but the length is perfect. So my recommendation would be, if you have like wide feet, go true to size. If you have narrow feet, I would say go down half a size. So these are a 9.5. These are a 9, I'm usually a 9.5, and they fit me alright. Now in terms of comfort, I will say the bottom really is as stiff as it looks. There really is no cushioning. Most of it's coming from the insole, and to be honest, the insole isn't even that good. And in terms of the upper, I'm glad that the toe box leather is really soft because it bends and it touches your foot, but it doesn't feel like it's cutting your toes. And the rest of the upper is, yeah, it's alright. Because of the all leather build, it is pretty hot. And because of all the overlays as well, it's pretty heavy. But overall, I would just say it's to be expected. If you're used to like Vans or Chucks, I would say you'd be pretty good with wearing this shoe. Now I get into the part of the video where I talk about my opinions on this shoe. And to be honest, I love this shoe. I actually prefer this colorway over the blue colorway because for me, how I felt about this shoe is if you're gonna go crazy, you may as well go all out and go 100 with the craziness. So go with the crazy silhouette and the crazy colorway. And I don't have many yellow shoes. In fact, I think this might be my early yellow shoe. And it really is a standout piece, and I think like a work of art. It's maybe blasphemous to say, but I would actually think like this looks better than like the off-white blazers. I mean, I feel like, especially for the prices, the resale prices that these are going for, people really should probably pick these up before they like go up in price, because I do think that it's unique enough that this will age well with time as a sort of standout collaboration for, you know, the history books. So that is just my opinions on this shoe, but I would love to hear what you have to say. One thing I forgot to mention, the smell on this thing is terrible. It doesn't have that typical dank smell from like Jordans or even like the Nike running shoes. It actually smells like ass, bro. Oh! And with that, we've come to the end of another video. Now, I'd love to hear what you have to say about the Nike Sacai Blazers in the Snow Beach colorway. And out of the entire Sacai collection from Nike, which was your favorite? So this was definitely first for me, and then probably the blue and red LDV waffle, or LD waffle. Then the next blazer, and honestly that last waffle, kill it, axe it, throw it away. But I'd love to hear what you have to say. Like the video if you like the video, dislike the video if you dislike the video, and if you like what you see, please subscribe, because I really need subscribers. We are on the road to 100 subscribers, but hey, it's a small milestone. And I'll catch you guys in another video.